Hello, this is Dr. Grant Cooper with another Office Hours where we answer your questions that you've been sending in. Thank you so much for the questions. Please keep them coming. This question was, can knee pain be originating or coming from the back? Great question. Short answer, absolutely yes. Um, and let's get into that a little bit. So usually, if knee pain is coming from a pinched nerve in the back, for example, there'll be other symptoms. It's usually not going to look like knee arthritis or a meniscus tear in the knee. There'll be some back pain or radiating leg pain, numbness, tingling, something to suggest that it's not just knee, that it's not just a knee issue. But sometimes it will look very much like knee arthritis. I had a patient who had a knee replacement, and then after the knee replacement, they were still having knee pain. Then that's when I saw them. And it turned out they had a big herniated disc in their back that was irritating their L3 nerve. We injected the L3 nerve, all the pain went away. Clearly, that person never had their symptoms coming from their knee. It was always coming from their back. So how does a mistake like that get made? How does someone miss the fact that the pain in, let's say, the knee, but this could be true for the hip, or if we're talking about the upper body, it could be the shoulder coming from the neck. How does a mistake like that get made where the person ends up with a knee replacement for knee pain that was coming from the person's back? I think the biggest answer, because presumably that person had a lot of arthritis in their knee. So there's a few things to keep in mind. One is that just because somebody has arthritis in their knee or a meniscus tear doesn't mean that that's what's causing the symptoms. After a certain age, most people will have arthritis in their knee. 60% or so of people after 60 are going to have meniscus tears and not have any symptoms. So just because you get a picture and you see schmutz going on in the knee, schmutz is a technical term, doesn't mean that that's what's actually causing the symptoms. A really great, probably the gold standard way of determining is the pain coming from inside the knee or not, is you inject the knee, you put lidocaine, numbing, into the knee joint, and at least for a couple of hours, the pain from the knee should be gone if the problem is coming from inside of the knee, right? You numb it up, and when it's numb, then at least the person shouldn't feel the pain. You haven't fixed anything, obviously, but you've confirmed a diagnosis. So sometimes this doesn't happen as much with the knee as it does with the hip, but sometimes a surgeon will send someone like me, a patient, to say, we're planning on doing an arthroscopy of the hip, or it's typically the hip, to be honest. We're planning on scoping the hip, but we just want to make sure that that's where all of the symptoms are coming from. Can you just block the joint to make sure? And what we'll do is we won't put any steroid in a case like that. We'll just put lidocaine, just numbing it. And then we'll have the patient get up, move around, keep a pain diary for the next few hours and see how they feel. And if the pain goes away, then we know that that's where the symptoms are coming from. And if part of the pain goes away and part doesn't, then we know, well, part of the pain is coming from the joint and part of it isn't. But the point is, when you numb it up, you should be able to make it go away. So if you have someone who has knee pain that looks like knee arthritis and you inject them, like a lot of times the doctor will, at least at some point, put some steroid into the joint. Now, steroid doesn't always help. It doesn't always help even in the short run. It usually does. It's usually pretty good, at least in the beginning, but it doesn't always. But at least when the lidocaine, when the numbing is in the joint, at least for a couple of hours, that pain should go away. And if that pain doesn't go away when the lidocaine is in the joint, then you should be looking for something else, and you should expand your horizon of what might be the diagnosis to think outside of the joint. And that basically goes for any joint. It'd be similar to a dentist who's trying to figure out which tooth is the problem. If you numb the tooth and then you bite into an apple and you still have pain, you numb the wrong tooth, and you've got to find the other tooth that's actually causing the pain. And the same more or less is true here. And clearly for that particular patient who had the knee replacement, where the pain was actually coming from the back, that was something that was just obviously missed, very unfortunately. Fortunately, she did well once we treated the back, but obviously it was terrible that she had to go through that whole knee replacement before getting her back taken care of. So great question, very important, important for the doctors to be aware of out there. But as a patient too, you should be aware that that this is a dynamic that sometimes happens, and so it's not wrong to ask your doctor, are we sure this is really the diagnosis? How are we sure? If we numb it up, shouldn't the pain be going away? Thanks for the question. Please keep the questions coming, and I will see you in the next one.